today is a Monday, which you know what that means. It's a Cricut Monday, Cricut tutorial Monday. Alright guys, today I used the faux leather finally. I told you guys I was going to use it because it kept coming in the abundant amount of mystery boxes I got. But I did get a lot of faux leather in both of them, and I wanted to make sure that I brought you guys some tutorials on how to use it. So one of the tutorials I made was this cute, gender neutral. I think it looks a little bit more boyish, but it is gender neutral, and it's a cute banner. So I'm using the faux leather, which if you did want to make it a little bit more feminine, you could definitely add some pinks and purples and all that good stuff, or some flowers. You don't even have to use pinks and purples. You could do some brown flowers to match this. But I wanted to keep this real simple and make this a beginner tutorial. So let's get going. If you guys don't have a Cricut and you want one, check out the links below because there are coupon codes always on my blog, and you guys want to check there every time before you go shopping. It also helps my channel be more productionable and bring more content to you guys, which is awesome because this is what my favoriteest thing in life is to do, is talk to you guys and teach you guys crafts. So that is just a wonderful way that we can partner and be happy and all that good stuff. So check those links out. Alright guys, let's go. Alrighty guys, so we are going to use our faux leather finally, which is, you can just get in packs of faux leather, and then I'm going to put it on my strong grip mat to make sure that it holds my leather down real good. Make sure you use the strong grip mat. That's a serious thing about it. Okay, so if you want to know how I designed this, watch the end of this tutorial and I'll go into all that. But you want to set your machine to custom setting, and you want to find the setting that says faux leather. Nope, you want to find the setting that says leather, and it'll say leather-faux. And you want to click go, but first I'm going to replace my blade with a deep cut blade. So if you guys need one, check out the link below to get one and use my code to get 15% off. So you can see that the deep cut blade is a little bit longer so that it can cut bigger products. I don't necessarily think you need it for faux leather, but it's always good to have it. Alright, so we're going to click cut, and we're going to let the Cricut do the rest of the work, and after it's done, we will assemble it. So, like I said, I will show you how to design this at the end of this tutorial. It's just a really long designy process, so I figured I would put it afterwards if you know how to do all that. So then I'm going to peel up my triangles, and I used a couple different colors, and then I put some paper on a light grip mat. So you want to make sure that you're using the light grip mat, and I put my regular blade back in for paper. You can use your deep cut blade, but I don't prefer to when I'm doing that. And then I'm just going to turn to light cardstock because it's light cardstock. If it was thicker, just use the regular cardstock. And then I'm going to use my scraper tool to pull these puppies off. You'll notice that I put letters inside of them. So once again, that will be at the end of the tutorial if you want to know how I did that in Design Space. And just make sure that if you're pulling off things like an A or anything that has a little leftover piece, that you save those for when you are putting your banner back together. So I'm just going to rearrange these, and after I made this, I originally was going to have the letters be the cutout part and it would show through the faux leather, but after I was playing with it, I thought it was cute to kind of mismatch it and make some of them have the negative space on it and some of them just have the letter on it. So I played with it for a little bit to try to figure out the combination that I liked, and then once I figured it all out, I started attaching everything together. If you were going to do the A or anything that has the little piece, just make sure you glue those little pieces on. I'm not going to glue the triangles on top of them, I'm just going to glue down the letters, but I do need to glue on the little piece like in the A, so that obviously it's not going to float there, if that makes any sense. So anything that has a full triangle, I'm just going to attach it with my twine. Then I'm going to roll out some twine, and this I thought would be cute to kind of do messy, so I kind of went over and under, and I kind of skipped going over. I kind of went around and under, if that makes sense. I wanted it to look kind of rugged and not perfect. So sometimes I went over and around a couple times. A couple of them I tied a knot in. So I thought it would look I just thought it would look cute, and I think it did look cute when it was all done. And then I'm just going to make sure that it's tied at each little spot so they hold a good gap between them. And you can see here what I was talking about, how everything was just a little bit off and not perfect because I thought that that looked a lot cuter. All of the stuff that you get in Cricut Design Space. So I'm making just a simple triangle double layer banner. So what I need to do is decide how many triangles I want to cut and what I want it to say and what colors I want it to be. So I'm making a banner that says Camp Wait, and I'm gonna make the back layer the color that I want the letters, because I'm going to cut the letters out of my top layer, which will then make it hollow, and then when we put it on top of our back layer, it will show through the color. So since I was asked to make the letters black, I'm gonna just cut the triangles out of black. So to make our back pennant, I'm just gonna start over here. I'm gonna insert a shape and I'm gonna insert a triangle. You'll notice that my triangle was skinnier than this, and it was also upside down. So I'm gonna move this upside down, and I'm going to size it to what I want. Since I want it to be skinnier, I'm going to unlock it so I can skew it and make it taller. I want it to be about 4 to 5 inches each, and we're just gonna work with one triangle because we're gonna copy and paste it so that they're all the same size. So right now this is about 5 inches, and it's just a little bit bigger than 5 inches, which I kind of like. And then I just want to make sure that it's wide enough that it'll fit a letter on it. So I kind of like that, and I'm just gonna lock that back up so that it doesn't skew when we change, if we wanted to change the size. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead over here and change this to black. If I'm going a little bit too fast for you because you're just learning Design Space, make sure to check out my All About Design Space video. Okay, so now we want to create these little circles right here because we want the Cricut to cut out the circles so that we can string our ribbon or twine through it. So I'm just going to insert a shape, and I'm going to insert a circle, and I'm going to resize it down to the size that I want it to be on the pennant. I'm just using twine, but if I was using something thicker, I might make the circle a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to copy and paste another one, and I'm going to put that in the other corner. And then I'm going to hold Shift down. I'm going to zoom in so I make sure that I get them right in the spot that I want them. So I just want them to be aligned. So I'm going to hold Shift and click my triangle, and then I'm going to click my little circle and my other little circle. And if you can't tell if it selected it, you can look over here in the layers, and you'll see that the circle and the triangle are selected, and we're going to go ahead and attach these. And what that's going to do is it's going to move them onto our mat as one solid piece, and it's going to cut here and here and here, and it'll cut those circles right on top of that triangle, and it won't move those circles outside. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one as well because we're just gonna work off of the same triangle. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna turn him to black to remind me that we want to cut this out of a black piece of paper. And we also wanna make sure we know how many triangles that we need. Since I'm doing 4 letters for camp and 4 letters for wait, I want something in the middle and 2 on the sides. So that gives me 8, 9, 10, 11 triangles. And I'm just gonna go ahead and double layer all of them. So I'm gonna want 11 black triangles and 11 other triangles that are gonna go on top. So we'll go ahead and we could either just go ahead and cut these. So we could just click go, and we could click that we want to do 11 of them. And I would definitely do this so that I didn't have to go in and keep these separate from my other ones. So I would cut these first, but I'm going to show you a trick right here on how to save space. See how we have all this negative space on here? Let's see if we can fit a little bit more. So I'm going to copy and paste this whole thing, and I'm going to turn it so that they fit really close together. And then I'm going to select all, and I'm going to attach them. And I'm gonna see if maybe it'll give me a little bit of space. If not, it'll save some space on my canvas, on my paper. So now you can see that it moved it up to the corner. And if I wanted to do, I only would need to do 5 of these to get, I would get 10 out of that. You can see that we have enough space to put another triangle, but not enough space to fit this whole thing over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here, that was just going back, and I'm going to unattach these really quick so that I can copy and paste another one and turn it and move it close. And then I'm going to select all and I'm going to attach. And then we're going to click go. And now we can fit 3 across. And if we wanted to do 4 of these, it would actually give us 4 times 3 is 12. It would give us 12. And now you can see I'm only going to be using 2 pieces of paper, and I actually get an extra triangle out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the black triangles, and then we'll go in and design the rest of our banner. Okay, so now that we have our black triangles cut, we are going to work with the second layer of triangles that we want. So I'm going to go ahead and detach all of these. And let's say we're working with 4 different colors. So we want a scheme of 4 different pieces of paper. I'm gonna go ahead and I might do 3 different colors. Or let's see, 4, there's gonna be a total of 11. So that would be 3 on each. Let's just go with 4 different colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change the colors of these to register that I want them to be different colors, because I am going to use different mats for these. I don't want to do any shortcuts for this because I am going to use paper, so I'm not really looking to save too much space like we do with vinyl and stuff like that, because paper's pretty cheap to work with. Okay, so now we have our 4 different colors, and I'm actually going to do camp, weight, and then I need my 4, so I'm going to copy and paste. Actually, I'm going to not do that. I'm going to select all, and I'm going to copy and paste, so I get 2 of all of these. And then I'm going to actually put them in order of how I want them so I don't make a mistake. And I think what I'm going to do is have these 4 one color and these 4 the same color scheme. And then I'm going to do my 3 triangles, the one in the center and the one on the sides, something different. So let me just copy and paste one of these triangles and change the color of it to something completely different. And this is going to be my center, and I'm going to copy and paste him 2 more times so that I have them ready for the sides. So now I'll be able to do CAMPWAIT, and this is for someone whose last name is Wait and not spelt, yes, spelt the right way, like wait, like the word. Okay, so what we want to do is now we want to put letters on all of these. I want my layers panel back. I accidentally closed that out. So now what I want to do is I want to add text, and I want to do a C. Where'd my text box go? Okay, I want to do a C, and I want to make him big enough to fit on my banner where I want it to go. And remember that this guy is going to be cut out of our triangle, so we don't really need to worry about the color right this second. So you can go and change the font, but I'm actually going to do this font because I think it's cute. But if you wanted to change it, you just go over to edit and change up your font and all that. But I like him the way it is. So I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to select, I'm going to keep this selected, and I'm going to select this triangle. And then I'm going to go over to my layers panel, and I'm going to, let's see, it's showing that they're already attached, but I must not have the C selected. Okay, so I want to hold shift and select the C, and shift and select the triangle, and now that they're both selected, I want to attach them. and that's going to create one piece, and it's going to cut the C out and this out, and then it's going to, it'll be the same exact size as our black so that we can overlayer it, and then our C will be black underneath it. So then I'm going to go ahead and do all the letters just like that, and then when we're ready, we'll click go, and it will already tell us, okay, so we want to cut, this is our centers, and then this will be our, it'll, you know, when we spell it out, it'll be on there, so we're going to load a paper with this on there, and then paper with this on there, and paper with this on there, and paper with this. We'll click go, and then we'll cut it all out, and that's all you have to do, and I will show you guys how to make it right now.